Hello, SOZO family. It's John here. I'm at the Walk in the Light Burkina headquarters in Ouagadougou, and man, I miss you guys so much. It's been a wild ride, the move to Ireland and everything, and I'm so glad that I got to start 2023 off with a trip to Burkina. I wish that I could be there in person. One of the things I loved is just sharing testimonies of what the Lord has done. So what better way than using video? And so I wanted to tell you a story, and it's unfolded over the last few years. The first time I came to Burkina was June 2018, and the Lord just changed my life, rattled my cage, and I've not been the same since. It wasn't long after that I started going to prayer nights at Tom and Katie's house, and that was just a continuation, just more and more of God doing amazing things, showing up in unexpected ways. One night at Tom and Katie's house, we were in the middle of prayer, and we got the word that terrorists were attacking the north of Burkina. And we began to cry out to the Lord, saying, what are you doing, and how can we partner with what you're doing? And the Lord answered us in the person Romeo. We pulled funds together. We asked many people who had been supporting Walk in the Light to help with this, and we gave money to Romeo, and he went and got supplies, found somebody to drive a truck, a couple of truck drivers. One of them ended up dying. The terrorists killed him. But he found a truck driver to take a large truck up to the north to evacuate people. And they evacuated to Kaya. The next trip when I came to Burkina was in 2019, and that was when I met Pastor Daniel and his sons. He has 5 sons. I met 2 of them, James and Samuel. And they just had the most incredible stories, and I was really humbled and honored to be with them. And ever since then, I've been friends with a couple of them on Facebook. They send me messages. Samuel sends me a message on Facebook once a month and says, "How are you, Pastor John? And I'm praying for you. I'm praying for your whole family." And it's What a joy that is. What a humbling thing that is. I've seen Danielle and at least one of his sons every trip since. And when I came in the summer of 2021, Katie and Romeo took us up to Kaya, where we went and had a meal with Pastor Danielle, and we went to the church that's full of refugees. At the time, I did not realize exactly who these refugees were. These are the people that you got out of the north with your money. This video you're looking at right now is a church full. Every person that you see is someone that you got out of the north, that you got out of the grip of the terrorists with your generosity. I only found that out this week. And of course, this Sunday I got to visit with Pastor Danielle. Samuel wasn't able to make it. The road was closed off by the terrorists, but his brother James was there. And I got to sit down with them at Lion Church with Romeo and just enjoy their company. And I told them that throughout the years that they are an encouragement to me, that they sharpen me like iron sharpens iron. And I'm so thankful to call them friends and brothers. And they said, "We want to thank you for saving our lives." James, Samuel, their 3 brothers, Danielle, Pastor Danielle and his wife were also among those that were set free from the terrorists and brought down to Kaya. He said, "Thank you to SOZO Church and Walk in the Light for keeping us alive." And then he handed me this book out of his briefcase. It's a ledger with a list of names on it, and it was the list of every name. It was about 165. These are the people that were brought out with Romeo and the money that you all sent and are kept alive. These are people that we are feeding, that SOZO Church and Walk in the Light are feeding. And some of them, a few of the children on there are sponsored as well. So I'm just sitting there weeping, holding this, literally a book of life in my hands, that are stories that are being written. Not only people are saved on earth, but they're saved for eternity because of the generosity at SOZO Church. And just amazing people. Danielle was telling me of how difficult it is there in Kaya, that many people are starving, that women, if they get pregnant, many of them, they're not able to produce any milk because they have not eaten, and they will leave their babies just on the street. Danielle found a little girl. They don't know who the parents are, but they adopted her and named her Esther. She's 1 year old now, and he showed me a picture of her. Danielle actually has taken in 3 other kids. So this man has 5 sons by birth, 1 daughter who's 1 year old that he adopted, and 3 others. And he's just an amazing man of God, living out the gospel, and so many others are. And so I wanted to say, from my heart, from the heart of the Father, from James, Samuel, Danielle, and Esther, and the many others that are on that list, thank you for not loving possessions more than the children of God. Thank you for your generosity throughout the years. I was praying that last week, and the word the Lord gave me for the year 2023 was steadfast. And that is the testimony of SOZO and Walk in the Light. You have been steadfast in your love of the Burkina bees, people that have no way on earth to repay you. But there will be a reward in heaven. So thank you. I love you all so much. I miss you. I long to be with you again, and I thank the Lord every time I think of you. God bless you in 2023.